Welcome to another edition of Play It Through, and this time around it's DuckTales 2, brought to us by Capcom. Now this is a little unknown sequel to the classic original DuckTales on the NES, and the reason why I say it's unknown is it came out in 1993, so late in the NES run, while most people were really focusing on the SNES and the Sega Genesis, and really weren't buying too many more games for the NES. So this game kind of just got lost in the mix and really isn't talked about. But I actually like this game a lot. Unfortunately, I didn't play it till it was in emulation. I never owned it myself either. They do some different things from the first game that makes it a little bit more different and a little bit more drawn out, I think. They add this whole element of trying to find the pieces of a treasure map in order to find this secret hidden treasure. Just like the first game, there is two endings, but the endings all dependent on if you find all the map pieces and find the hidden treasure. So I'm going to show you where all the hidden map pieces are located in the level. Some of them are actually pretty tricky in comparison to some of the hidden stuff from the first DuckTales game. Also, I'm going to show where all the secret diamonds that I know of are located, as well as the extra lives that I know of. So in this game, you also have two special hidden treasures you have to find, along with all the map pieces, as well as you have 3 cane upgrades that allow your cane to do a couple different things that it couldn't do at the start of the game, and you have to actually find Gyro in order to upgrade the cane. Now there's 3 cane upgrades in the game. I'll show the locations of all 3 of them. As well as there is 7 total map pieces, but you start off with 1, and then you find one by buying it from the shop. This game introduces a shop, which the money's not as important in this one as it was in the first one, because you don't get a special ending for having a certain amount of money. But you do have to use the money in order to purchase either health upgrades, the 2 health grades just like there was in the first game, as well as that piece of the map. Now here is the first level. I'm actually pretty far into it as I've already located the first piece of the map. And that one's actually a little tricky just to locate from the beginning, because you actually have to jump up and use your cane swing, which is a jumping attack, in order to hit blocks out of the way in order to make it on top of this area, to come over here, grab the piece of the map, and then you kind of get caved in, and Bubba shows up to save you, as you saved Bubba in the first game to get the health upgrade. In turn, he's now saves you in this one after you find that piece of the map. Now, also like the first game, there's 5 total stages, each representing a different place in the world. This one is actually Niagara Falls. We will go to the Bermuda Triangle, we will go to the desert in Egypt, a castle in Scotland, and then we go to the lost continent of Mu, or Mew. I think that's how you pronounce it. It was the hypothetical continent that doesn't really exist, where they thought Atlantis once laid on, so they kind of play into that being the lost continent, and you actually can rise the island to kind of make its own little continent as well, and it helps you actually find the piece of the treasure map located in the level. Now I just used my cane swing to propel this raft over to this little area, which is our first cane upgrade location. This one actually allows us to break a few things that we wouldn't be able to normally break with our pogo jump. One of the best things they changed from the first DuckTales game is you just have to press the button now to use the pogo jump instead of also holding the down button. So it allows it to be a little bit easier in order to use the pogo jump, and make certain areas a little bit easier to explore because of that reason. Now those 2 rocks I just pogo jumped on are actually examples of what the pogo upgrade that we just got allows us to do. Now also like the first game, and we're going to be getting to it in a second, in each of the stages, Launchpad is waiting in certain areas of the stage in order to take you back to Duckburg, or in this case back to the main hub where we would go, in order to re-enter any level and explore it again in order to find different things, as well as maybe if we get to near the end and we realize that, hey, we're near the boss but we didn't get the hidden treasure or the cane upgrade or the treasure map piece, we can then re-go back to the level. Now this last little part here is we have a bridge that's going to fall apart. It's a little bit of a pain. You got to be careful of the flying, vultures that go around. Either stop right before them, or just keep walking, speed through them. You end up taking 1 hit of damage. And since I'm playing on the difficult setting again, that I only, every time I get hit, it takes away 1 full thing of health. And if you play on the easier difficulties, it either takes 2 or 3 hits in order to eliminate 1 piece of your health. Now I knocked the raft into the water, used my cane hit to knock it over, and this is actually slowly leading to our first boss battle. Jump up here. Now use the raft again. Duck under the first part. Spring up. Take out the crate there. And now here we go with the first boss battle. Now, he's actually tougher than the first boss from the first game. His name is Fire Quacker. Funny pun there, I guess. He goes back and forth in like this W or U-shaped formation, going from side to side. Now, if you're quick, you can jump on him as he's going through the loops, or you can just wait for him to land slowly in the corner before he fires his fireball at you to hit him. Once again, just like the first game, 5 hits takes out the boss, and then we go back to the stage clear screen, rack up our money count. But also, after completing each level, we now get to see the shop for the first time, where you can buy health upgrade, as well as a continue, the safe, which allows us to keep our money even after we die, a piece of cake to refill our health, as well as an extra life. Now we're going to our second level here. It's a random cargo ship, like pirate ship, that crashed in the Bermuda Triangle. Now as we make our way to the right, we run into a mast that we can't get past because it's too high. And then all of a sudden a lightning bolt comes out of nowhere, takes out the piece, and now it allows us to easily get up there. So I don't really know what was really the point of having that there, to try to prevent us from being able to continue on in the level, but I guess to kind of lengthen it a little bit. Now, in this level, you have all these pirate guys that I actually recommend using in order to springboard yourself on certain platforms. I'll show a few areas where they actually are very useful to get them to follow you in order to get up to certain places, like right here. Get this guy to follow you so that you actually can get up here to this barrel and get over here to the cannon to open up this little area to get this chest. Now, of course, money isn't as important in the first game, but I'm still going to show where a decent amount of money is, because you do need a certain amount to buy the stuff. But after you complete it one level, you have 1,000,000 from each level that you beat, and that's how much the piece of the treasure map costs that you have to buy from the shop. It only costs 1,000,000. Now, last time I bought a piece of my health upgrade, and you may have noticed that the map wasn't located in the item shop screen. But what happens after each level, and it's sometimes random, I think, you have 2 health upgrades to buy and a piece of map. I'm not sure if it switches up at all, but after you buy the first health upgrade, usually that's when the map shows up. But you may also sometimes have to buy both health upgrades before the piece of the map shows up. But I'm not positive on that one. Now, we already passed where Launchpad was in order to go back, but for this little part here, when you're hanging on these hooks, wait till the birds fly over you before you actually continue on, because when you're stopped still, the bird will just drop that bell or whatever it's carrying. I'm not even sure what it is. It'll drop it right in front of you without actually hitting you. Now here is where the hidden piece of treasure map is located in this level. We went through that fake wall, then springboarded on top of the treasure chest in order to get up there to find the hidden piece. So in this game, they kind of trick you a little bit, because you think you've already found everything because you found a hidden area. But then you actually have to find hidden areas located in other hidden areas. As I use my cane hook in order to bring up certain platforms now. Springboard up, lift up this one, and continue on here. In this level is also the location of our second gyro cane upgrade, which will help us out. So as I continue up this rope here, jump over to the other one and grab the chest real fast. And now move up, continue on. As we get to the top here, we can see Gyro over there. Just fall down here and hold right as you fall. To talk to him, and he ends up giving our second pogo upgrade, or cane upgrade, which allows us to hit objects we couldn't hit before with our cane swing. Now that we've gotten both the piece of the treasure map as well as our cane upgrade, we can actually now head to the boss room to do battle with this level's boss. Knock a couple of chests down, come over here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to use this control lever to move the chest over, then springboard up, and this leads to an extra life in one of the big chests. Now on to the right side is our boss fight, which is actually one of the more unique bosses. We have this pirate guy we have to deal with, and you actually use these canes above him in order to drop off of him and to do damage to him. If you time your hits, when he's jumping or getting ready to do anything, he actually won't do anything to try to hit you off the hooks, so it ends up being a pretty easy boss battle overall. Now, just like the first level, we're going to rack up our score, and that's going to take us to the shop, where I should be able, yep, there it is. For 1 million, I can actually buy a piece of the treasure map.